and the story moves forward from individual lives to generations. These chapters show how time passed, families grew, and humanity multiplied across the earth. In Genesis chapter 5, it traces the family line from Adam onward. It records long lifespans, generations living hundreds of years, each name representing a link in humanity's early history. In Genesis 5:1, Jesus says, "In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him." Even as generations passed, the image of God in humanity remained. One figure stands out, Enoch. In Genesis 5:24, Jesus says, "And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." Enoch's life represents closeness with God in a world that was slowly drifting away from him. As humanity increased, so did corruption. In Genesis, it describes a time when people's thoughts were continually bent toward evil. In Genesis 6:5, it tells us, and Jesus says, "Every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually." Violence, pride, and selfishness filled the earth. Yet even in this darkness, God noticed one man who walked differently. Among all the people, Noah found favor in God's eyes. In Genesis 6:8, Jesus says, "But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord." He is described as righteous, blameless, and faithful in his generation. God chose Noah to preserve life, not because he was perfect, but because he trusted God. God tells Noah that the world has become filled with violence, and he gives detailed instructions to build an ark, a vessel of safety and preservation. In Genesis 6:18, Jesus says, "But with thee will I establish my covenant." This marks the first mention of a covenant, a promise between God and humanity. Noah listens, obeys, and begins to build. The chapter ends with a simple but powerful statement. In Genesis 6:22, Jesus says, "Thus did Noah, according to all that God commanded him, so did he." No argument, no delay, just obedience and trust in God. In Genesis 5 and 6, it shows us that even when the world grows dark, faith still shines. God looks for hearts willing to listen, and he finds them, and he begins again. Thank you for listening to the sections 5 and 6, and please like, share, and subscribe for Genesis sections 7 and 8. Amen, and God bless.